Welcome Libra to your beginning of the month reading for January. Hope you guys are having a wonderful new year. Welcome back all subscribers and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, getting straight into your energy. This energy is what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you for the beginning of the month. Libra. What is going on with our beautiful Libra? Libra. And it feels like one more, guys. Yep, there it is. Oh. The Fool. Right now in the beginning of the month, it doesn't feel like you're really feeling about taking any kind of risk or change at this time. Not feeling the riskiness. Kind of like walking into the new year with one step at a time, not jumping in. Don't make me jump. I don't want to jump. Okay, so just not really feeling any kind of change going on right now. It feels like you feel like everything's kind of the same. Nothing's changed. Feels just like last year. Choose wisely. So you're just kind of choosing wisely right now what you're going to do. I think that's why you're not going to take any risks. So if anybody is talking about changing anything dramatically at this time, you know that you want things to change, but it's like I said, it's kind of like just treading in shallow water right now, not really leaping off the mountain. Kind of feeling your way around the new year. Get your feelers out. Okay, so getting straight into the situation. The situation is going to take place in the present, the near past, and the near future. With partnerships and alliances, yeah, I'm not taking any risks right now at this time with that. Memories of love. I kind of remember what's going on. You know, I might even be feeling a little nostalgic in the beginning of the month, kind of remembering what's going on. I don't really feel it. You're not going to take any risks or any chances with. It looks like people in general could be a possibility. In the near past, you feel the light. You felt happy. You're doing what you do. You've got your family. You feel like you already had a type of renewal, anyways. It feels like a deeper type of spiritual renewal for a lot of you. Kind of getting in touch with your roots, getting in touch with your happiness. Okay, let's see. And the near future. You're in the waiting game, which kind of, I see that over there. Kind of putting on, yep, with foundations and achievements. For those of you who are moving or want to move, or sell a house or do something like that, I am seeing that with the Four of the foundations and achievements. It's also a card of manifestation. It's also a card of the Four of Wands. So it's kind of like 2 in 1. We see the hopes and the promises coming through the rainbow. So there are hopes and promises and things that you are trying to change. But it just feels like right now you're just going to kind of stay where you are. I believe you're putting yourself in your own waiting game in the near future. Because you don't want to take any kind of risky attempts at this time. Everything just seems to be kind of slow, and like I said, you're kind of tiptoeing around in certain areas. So going through the light over here in the recent past, feeling the sunshine, feeling the happiness. Yes, you're feeling the happiness because you've already gotten out of the Nine of Wands. This was this determination when you weren't feeling good at one time, or somebody didn't make you feel good, or whatever situation it was, where you felt like you had a broken leg and you were determined to continue to walk on that broken leg to get to your light. And it feels like you did get to the sunshine. You did get to where you feel more comfortable about whatever situation it is, whether it's spirituality, however it is. It feels like a growth within yourself. determined to get away from that energy. There was a hangman over here, and the hangman is like a self-sacrifice card, really doing a lot of meditating and a lot of, it just feels like self-growth. Thinking about things that are going on around you. I think the more you thought about things going on around you, this is why you decided not to just leap off this mountain. You're choosing very wisely. And over here, I see the choosing wisely coming in with the hangman. Not going to completely expose yourself is kind of what it is, right? Because you're not really going anywhere. You decided, I'm not going to go anywhere. You're accepting whatever responsibilities are going on around you. So whatever the planet is going through right now, you're just in acceptance to it for your own happiness. You've completely surrendered to this happiness, getting rid of all the other stuff. If you're with a relationship, your hands are kind of tied behind your back, so you just kind of surrendered to it and said, oh, you just go do whatever you want to do, right? Because I'm just kind of, doing what I want to do. Things are not working 100% for me, so I'm just going to try to keep myself in this happy place. Okay, so with partnerships and alliances over here, it could be co-workers, parents, a boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, could be anybody. Could be the neighbor down the street, your children. I take it how it resonates. It is a general reading. Now, remember, guys, what doesn't resonate, throw away. And remember also, if this reading doesn't resonate with you, please go watch your rising or your moon readings. Okay. I wish they could resonate with everyone, but they don't. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yes, because you're waiting for this new change. You're waiting for this new change. You're waiting for the Wheel of Fortune to open up. The funny thing is also with the Wheel of Fortune coming out is that there is this good luck that is going around you. Maybe you can feel it, maybe you can't. In the present, the Wheel of Fortune is in your favor, especially on your partnerships and alliances. It is a good time to go make a best friend. It is a good time to go find a boyfriend. It is a good time to be social. But I just feel like you're not taking the risk that the Wheel of Fortune has to open for you. And maybe it's because this new change, you're like, I don't know. So it's like you feel the change, but it just feels like you're not going to take the risk just yet. You're going to wait a little while. Yep. Although with this Wheel of Fortune in, you have the strength and the confidence that you got from the past. So you're still moving in. But that's just because you're choosing wisely on how to use this. But remember, you do have the Wheel of Fortune coming in. It is in your favor, and it is favorable for you. You just, don't feel like you want the risk. Sometimes it happens. On the partnerships and alliances, you could be dealing with a Leo or a Sagittarius, and this is also a Sag card, so maybe you're not taking a risk. Maybe you know that this other person is interested in you, and you don't want to take the risk with this person, because now here comes the memories of love. I remember, and it wasn't very long ago, is it the same person? Is it an ex? Are they trying to come back and ask you to take a risk with them, and you're not really feeling risky business, okay? And maybe that's what it is. It's risky business. We don't really always get along, whether it's love, friend, sister, whoever, right? But the King of Wands is kind of maybe they're too bossy. You know what? I don't know if I want to take a risk with you, because I know I can see that maybe you've changed a little bit. And with the Wheel of Fortune sitting on the King of Wands, it also feels like maybe that person has changed a little bit. Maybe they've become also a little stronger and a little more self-confident as well. Because I am seeing that, and maybe they're not as bossy, but you still see them as bossy, manipulative, because you remember the way they used to be. Maybe they have changed, right? So maybe, they've also changed. But I do see that this is in your favor at this time, but I also see the change within the King of Wands. We're just going to call it the King of Wands at this time. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Pisces, Sag again, Leo. So, yeah, you're not moving forward towards them because you keep thinking about the past. This is definitely somebody from the past. I believe this is a past person, or somebody that you've known forever, let's put it that way. And you kind of are thinking about, I don't know if you really changed it or not. You're telling me you've changed, but yeah, I see the courage within you. I see the strength within you. you know, but I don't know. You just don't know if you're going to have the love for them that you had before, the connection that you had with them before. If this is an old friend, maybe they were risky people, right? Maybe they were doing something that you no longer do anymore. Maybe they go to the bar and you guys used to go to the bar together, nightclubs, stuff like this. And they're saying they don't do that anymore. Trouble. You know what I mean? The trouble. And you're not really feeling the connection. You're like, I don't love to go to the bar anymore. And you're saying you don't go to the bar, but I don't know if I really, you know, feeling this connection. And I really do feel that you're not really feeling this. They could have come back on Facebook. I am kind of seeing in here some kind of social activity that they may have come back on from social devices. Why? Because of the lovers of Mercury. Seeing like internet, social media. They contact you, haven't heard from them a long time, and they seem different. They're saying they don't do this and they don't do that, and I don't drink and I don't, you know, and you're like, I don't know. Yeah. You're not allowing them to give you any Three of Swords because you've gotten rid of all that energy anyway. So if you guys have had some kind of falling out in the past, and they're kind of reconnecting with you, you've already surrendered to all of that, and you don't, it's just, Three of Swords, it's kind of like, you're happy to hear from them, but you don't want the reconnection, right? Oh, that's nice that you're doing good, and I'm so glad that you don't, you know, that you don't party anymore, and I'm so glad that you got your shit together, you know, stuff like this, but it's not, you know, and then they come out and they're like, hey, would you like to meet for coffee? And you're like, I don't think I want to take that risk. You know what I mean? I don't want to get that close. Yeah. It's like you're not traveling towards them. Maybe they were a player at the time, right? Maybe they played a lot of people. Maybe they hurt you in the way past because they were deceptive and manipulative. Somebody's definitely dealing with Sagittarius. I just see that. But yeah, and you're not traveling towards them, and you still have this feeling that they might be too immature. I don't think that you seriously see the self-assuredness in them, but I don't know if you're going to really see that because you're thinking back in the past about how immature they were, how they weren't growing, and I'm thinking that you're still thinking deep down inside, there's certain things you're still saying that's not showing me the true maturity I'm looking for. A little worrisome. Definitely a little worrisome with this person. So you're in the waiting game. I feel like you're just kind of waiting. But remember, you guys, you do have the Wheel of Fortune open. So if you are looking for jobs or anything like that, everything is in your favor at this time. But it really does feel like the wheel is more about connecting with partnerships and love. So it really feels it's more on that area. But I would still put my resume out there. If you have the Wheel of Fortune, I'd still go for it. You're looking for a job. The waiting game, I never underestimate that Wheel of Fortune. It could just bloom open for anything and everything. You just never know. With the Ace of Pentacles, you're in the waiting game because you are not whatever, guys, they want to do something with you and they're asking you to do something. And it feels like they're like, come on, let's get together and go do this and go do that or have a date or do something. And you're not accepting the pinnacle that they're giving you out. You're not accepting it. It's like an outing or a date or something, or a get together, we'll just say. You're not accepting it at all with the Ace of Pentacles. You're in the waiting game and you keep putting them off with the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, it's not the time. I don't think you're ever going to give them the time, tell you the truth. I don't think that, I think whatever this old relationship is something that you just don't want to risk putting yourself back into a situation. And that's really what it feels like. Feels like they kind of did you wrong in the past with the 9. You guys, this could have been 9 years ago. For some of you, it could have been 19 years ago that you've gotten past this. I mean, I don't know. I'm feeling like this past is really far away. And you got 12 years ago. I think this is somebody from the way back. You know what I mean? We're going way back over here for some of you. And then some of you could have been 19 months, 9 months, 12 months ago, a year ago. But I'm just saying, for some of you, it feels like the way back. Right? The way back time machine, right? And you're like, no, it took me years to get past that. I'm not dealing with that anymore. Or months, right? Depending on, you know, who you are. But it seems like more than just yesterday, a few weeks ago. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles coming out, yeah, upside down, you know, I mean, yeah, you're not taking that at all. Sounds like a good thing. Sounds like you've changed. That's great. But you know what? It's almost like you've grown past them and you've moved past them. But for some reason, they keep thinking about you. So this is the refusal, right? Because you're feeling this could be an unlucky call. So I'm just going to wait. And I think the waiting game is you have not told them yet. I think you're still kind of stringing them along going, yeah, that sounds good. Oh man, I remember doing that with some people, right? You don't hurt their feelings. You're just kind of on Facebook and they're like, we should get together for coffee. Oh my God, we so should, right? But then it never happens. And you're like thinking in your head, like, that'll never happen. I'm just being cool to them because I don't want to hurt their feelings at this time. We are human. It happens. And it's just pretty much the refusal of saying no, right? No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. Because if you guys were together in the past, it's like this is an unlucky relationship and you don't see because of the memories how you would have to grow into a, you know, whole different, maybe they need to grow into a whole different personality, right? I mean, I don't know. Not just grow up maturely, but a whole new personality. Especially if they're manipulative. It's very hard for people to grow out of being manipulative or narcissistic. That just doesn't happen, right? So, like, do I really want to go through this again? Let's think about that, right? Oh, yeah. And you're not going to allow that. And that's what it is. You're in the waiting game, refusing to take this, even though you may not have said anything to them, even in the near future. You really haven't said anything just yet. And that's because you're trying to keep yourself away from the toxicity of this person. You know that this situation or this person is very controlling. I feel like they're bossy. I'm just going to say this whole reading really is about a person. It's just, I feel this bossy person. Could even be a Capricorn. But yeah. The death. Okay, so it's going to be like kind of the death of the conversation. I think you're going to end this conversation. It looks like it's going to come to an end in the near future. It's like you're just going to stop writing them. You're not going to tell them, no thank you. You might make excuses saying, oh yeah, we should do that. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that right now because, you know, I have to go to work and you're just going to kind of bring the death to it. So that way it doesn't have any bad bridges being burned or any of that. You're just going to kind of cut it off. I don't even know if you're going to, like, you know, if it's like Facebook or something, I don't know if you're going to defriend them or unfriend them or however you call it. I think you're just going to ignore them. You know, maybe you'll put them on the ignore list or something. I don't know. But it just looks like more of an ignorance, like I am ignoring you. Yeah, because you're traveling away from them. I think you're ignoring them. You're going after your own goals and your own things. And it looks like you might even in the near future have somebody else that you're looking at. So if this is an ex who's trying to come back, it looks like you're hanging out with the Empress over here. You're doing your own thing. You are the Empress as well, Libra, because, you know, that's the Venetian power. And that's another reason maybe too, you're not, you know, going to be mean about it because you're kind of in this like love way, right? You're just trying to keep it nice. Okay, but you are going after your own prosperities, your own happiness, and this person is not a part of your foundations and achievements or your Venetian energy at this time. Yeah, you don't need any disappointments and you don't need any insecurities from this person, and you're definitely not going to allow them to give you any kind of Ten of Swords, so you're definitely ignoring them. Yeah, that's it. You're just going to ignore the situation. So it's like you're ignore them for a while. They'll kind of go away. When you don't talk to them on Facebook for a long time, you can just defriend, right? Block, defriend, however it is. Or just let them sit there and ignore them. Ten of Pentacles, because you have your own achievements, your own things, and this person is been gone for so long and you've got over everything. You do not need this person back in your life. And this is why you're choosing wisely, because you're doing things for yourself. It's like you've moved past this. And if it was a karmic relationship before, you've already cut the ties and there's no reason to build any more karma with this person. It's like the karmic ties have been broke and it's over. I just don't think that they see it that way though. think this person thinks about you a lot and has thought about you a lot. Yeah, you have other opportunities, and this person is just, I'm sorry, this person's just not a part of your new world, your new wheel of fortune. Yeah, that's a past thing that just, yeah, there, it looks like there will be a peaceful resolution between you and this person in the end. But you need to take the action that you need to take for yourself. And like I said, yeah, this person is just not, yeah, they are not a part of that. Choose a new direction, and you have choose wisely. So choosing the new direction looks like you're kind of moving, you're going to move away from them. You know they're not needed for this part of your life. They've already had their part of the life, and it's over. Okay, so, and that was it for you, my friends. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.